continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Metro Manila remains under COVID-19 alert level 3 until mid-September, despite several calls to further ease restrictions. For more details, we have Faith Del Mundo. She's reporting to us live from Quezon City. Faith, good afternoon. Can you tell us what's the government's rationale about or behind this move?
Yes, Riza, NTF Special Advisor Dr. Ted Herbosa explains that NCR local chief executives and policymakers are very cautious in easing restrictions. In today's Laging Handa briefing, Herbosa noted that when alert levels are lowered, the public becomes too excited and most of them go out of their homes. Herbosa cited a recent incident in the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach where some 121,000 individuals flocked to the area. He added that while they continue to push for the reopening of the economy, the safety of the public is still the priority. Herbosa then reminded commuters to continue complying to the minimum health standards. This as passenger capacity in public transport will be gradually increased to 70% starting November 4. Meanwhile, Herbosa explained that they primarily look at the economic activity of an area in deciding to what alert level. They also have dialogues with local chief executives or mayors to know if they are ready for the new system. In terms of vaccination, Herbosa expressed optimism to achieve the target of 50 million fully vaccinated Filipinos by December. And as of the moment, around 58 million COVID-19 vaccine doses have been administered, with more than 26 million Filipinos fully immunized. Riza, the government is increasing the vaccination rollout outside Metro Manila. Officials are also looking to add for more vaccinators to hit the target of 1.5 million vaccinations per day. Riza?
Okay, Faith, just a correction on what I said earlier. Metro Manila will be under alert level 3 until mid-November, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Well, thank you very much, Faith Del Mundo, for that report. Again, that's Faith reporting to us live from Quezon City. Now, over 1 million more doses of AstraZeneca vaccines arrived in the country earlier today. The vaccines were donated by Japan to the Philippine government. Another batch of AstraZeneca jabs, which is comprised of 1.5 million, is set to arrive at the NAIA at 4:30 p.m. today. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez said that the country has so far received over 100 million COVID-19 vaccines. The United States moves a step closer to expanding COVID-19 vaccinations. This as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration backs the use of Pfizer jabs for children aged 5 to 11. Let's watch this.
Switching gears just a little bit here to this FDA authorization, how does this fit into the larger plan in terms of kind of getting this economy moving again?
Well, it unlocks vaccines potentially for 28 million kids in the U.S. aged 5 to 11. I mean, there's still steps to go, but the CDC Advisory Committee meets Monday and Tuesday. CDC authorization after that would be the final step. You could get shots going into arms on Wednesday. And if you think of families that have kids these age, they haven't been able to really, engage in the economy fully because only half the family or whatever has been vaccinated, right? Only anyone over 12 has been. So that would allow those families to choose to vaccinate their kids, to maybe take more confidence in going out and about and what have you. It will also raise the overall vaccination level. The fear, of course, is that we're headed for another wave in winter. We saw a really bad one last winter, driven in part by Thanksgiving and Christmas gatherings. You wonder whether that'll happen now that we've had vaccines. Perhaps not as much. That's certainly the hope of public health officials, but this will be a big milestone for the vaccination campaign if and when the CDC says, yeah, okay. So FDA saying okay today, that's a big step, but it's step 2 of 4, essentially. But most people seem to expect that the CDC will follow suit. The FDA Advisory Committee voted unanimously for this, after all, with one abstention, I should say. One abstention.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. People continue to line up as the extended voter registration comes to a close today. At a mall in Manila, some registrants lined up as early as 3 in the morning, with lines stretching from Padre Faura to Adriatico. Some said this is their second and final attempt because they did not make it to the cutoff in the previous days. Still, only 300 walk-in applicants from Manila District 5 can be accommodated, and those who did not make it to the cut were dismayed. Local Comelec officials said they were given enough time to register. Comelec spokesperson James Jimenez reiterated that there will be no extensions anymore. Now, here are other developments in Philippine politics. Bocolanos couldn't be dispersed even by heavy rains as presidential aspirant Manny Pacquiao distributed food packs and 1,000 pesos. Recall that Pacquiao earlier denied claims of vote buying, saying he has long done such activities even before he entered politics. Hashtag Bring Back Marcos trended yesterday or on Friday on Twitter, showing support for the presidential bid of former Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., son of the late dictator. Speaking on behalf of Marcos Jr., attorney Vic Rodriguez said they, quote, value supporters campaigning on these platforms, especially in a time when face-to-face events are still unsafe, end quote. Now, to counter the Twitter trend, some users posted using the hashtag #BringBackMoneyMarcos. And if elected president, Manila Mayor Isko Moreno said he will continue President Duterte's ambitious build infrastructure program. But in a statement, Moreno said he will reshift the program's focus to addressing the minimum basic needs of the public, which includes hospitals, schools, and mass housing. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Malacanang welcomes the results of a recent SWS survey, which shows a drop in President Duterte's net satisfaction rating, but remains, quote, very good. Presidential spokesman Harry Roque said this is a clear validation that public confidence for Duterte remains high even amid a health crisis. The government is now preparing for the distribution of 1 billion peso worth of fuel subsidies for jeepney drivers amid continuous oil price hikes. LTFR Chairman Martin Delgra said this will be coursed through the Pantawid Pasada cards. However, there is no specific date yet as for the release of the subsidy. And the Philippine vet Cinderella Faye Obenita wins this year's Miss Intercontinental crown in the competition held in Egypt. She was also hailed as Miss Intercontinental Asia. This is the country's second Miss Intercontinental crown after Karen Galman's victory in 2018. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.